GST Malaysia savior. Zunar slapped with travel ban. I'm Natasha Hussain and this is Cuppa News. The third meeting of the fourth session of the 13th Parliament kicked off today, and the issue of lowering good old GST was raised during question time.
Kluang MP Liu Chintong asked the Prime Minister if the government was willing to reduce the current GST rate of 6% to 3% as it was dragging down domestic consumption.
Banyak merupakan tafsiran yang negatif yang sengaja dibuat oleh parti pembangkang. Saya nak ulang balik, Tuan Ketua, tanpa GST, ekonomi Malaysia akan lumpuh. Sebenarnya GST adalah penyelamat pada ekonomi Malaysia.
Najib earlier said that the country's economy remained firm and GDP for 2016 is expected to be between 4 to 4.5%. Separately, Speaker Tan Sri Pandika Amin Mulia barred parliamentary discussion on the U.S. Justice Department's ongoing lawsuit to seize assets linked to 1MDB as it was tantamount to sub judice. His decision prompted objections from opposition MPs.
In the interest of the public, it should be discussed because this is what Day One is for. Parliament is to raise issues and Parliament is the place to argue about serious things that, as you know, this 1MDB. So last Parliament, everything about 1MDB is sub judice. This Parliament, everything about DOJ is sub judice. So what can we discuss?
The DOJ filed a civil lawsuit in July, seeking the forfeiture and recovery of more than $1 billion in assets linked to what it claimed to be funds stolen from 1MDB. The entire Olympic and Paralympic contingent at Rio 2016 were honoured at the Dewan Rakyat. Youth and Sports Minister Khairi Jamaluddin moved a motion to recognise and record the athletes' achievements.
Terima kasih kerana telah mengembalikan harapan setiap dari rakyat Malaysia bahawa Malaysia mampu untuk melangkah jauh, bahawa kita mampu untuk menjadi yang terbaik. Dan terima kasih kerana menjadi rakyat Malaysia yang amat luar biasa.
Meanwhile, former UMNO Vice President Datuk Sri Shafi'i Abdal returned to Parliament as the leader of a new opposition party called Parti Warisan Sabah.
Sitting the day one as the opposition leader.
Opposition leader? I'm not the opposition leader. I'm still
opposition seat.
Yeah. Well, nothing unusual. Nothing, isn't it? Because. Well, it is. I'm so glad today that the party has been approved by ROS. It's not a new party. It's only amendment of some of the name and as well a little bit on the constitutions too, and the logo. Okay. Well, sitting doesn't matter. The voice is important. Apa yang penting kepada kita bukannya tempat duduk dia, tapi suara rakyat itu kedengaran di Dewan ini. Ya, sama ada dia berbentuk dalam sebelah ke atau di sebelah ke, yang penting keberkesanan kita. Yang tak bererti dalam barisan dalam pembangkang, we are still serving the people's right. Yeah.
Shafi'i said the party will work with any other party that intends to topple the Barisan National Government in Sabah. His deputy is Penampang MP Darryl Laking, while Sulabayan Assemblyman Datuk Jajan Sambakong, Likas Assemblyman Jun Swan and Kadasan Dusun Murut Malaysia Organisation President Datuk Peter Anthony are the three vice presidents.
Now, this report could offend red shirt supporters. Our Tourism and Culture Minister says the upcoming Birthday 5 rally may boost visitor numbers.
Demonstrating for as long as they comply with the Peaceful Assembly Act. That's all. I think in the country some of them come from, when they visit here, you see it on CNN all the time. In fact, it is worse over there. At least here it is, it's all very civil, it's, well guarded, no untoward incident. But my take on this is that, it's not a problem at all. In fact, it can be a part of my tourism product.
He spoke to reporters after opening the 3-day 4th World Tourism Conference 2016 in Georgetown. The Bersih 5 rally is expected to take place in Kuala Lumpur on November 19th. In another development, police have released 3 anti-Bersih supporters who allegedly assaulted media personnel covering the Bersih 5 convoy. Kuala Selangor OCPD Superintendent Ruslan Abdullah said the trio was set free after their statements were taken and an identification parade was carried out. He added that police are tracking down other suspects still at large. The case, he said, will be referred to the Public Prosecutor's Office once the investigation papers are completed. In other news, Terengganu police have arrested 2 men in connection with the murder of a JPJ employee who was killed by his future brother-in-law. The duo, who are now under 7-day remand, are the suspect's uncle and friend who had driven the getaway car.
Kita telah membuat serbuan ke sebuah kawasan, sebuah rumah di Kampung Dusun Temakau. Dan dalam serbuan perkara kita telah menjumpai kereta yang telah disorok oleh bapa saudara pemilik kenderaan ini di sebelah kadang lembu di Kampung Dusun Tembakau. Dan berkenaan juga telah dipatah-patahkan plate number kereta berkenaan untuk memastikan orang ramai tidak mengenali kereta berkenaan.
He added that investigations reveal that the main suspect, a 29-year-old carpenter, is still in the state and will be arrested soon. A video has gone viral of an unfortunate accident at a shopping mall in Bukit Jambul in Penang. What was supposed to be a carefree family day on Sunday became quite the opposite when a toddler fell off her father's shoulders as they got onto an escalator. The child is in critical condition in ICU at the Penang hospital. A trip to Singapore was not on the cards for cartoonist Zunar today when he was barred from boarding a flight at KLIA on the orders of the IGP. Zunar, whose real name is Zulkifli Anwar Haq, said he will challenge the top cop's travel ban as no proper reason was given for it. The IGP has since said Zunar is free to mount a court challenge against his directive. The Sabah Water Department director and his deputy, who are being investigated by the MACC, have been suspended from work. According to State Secretary Tan Sri Sukarti Wakiman, notices of suspension were issued to the duo effective October 4th and 5th when the duo were arrested. He added that the suspects were not allowed to leave the state during this period of investigation. The Tourism and Culture Minister is advising a group of illegal budget hotel operators to comply with local regulations. The group had staged a rally outside the Eastern and Oriental Hotel today, where Datuk Sri Nazri Aziz was attending the World Tourism Conference.
It is very important that when you want to convert a private home to be a commercial place to be rented out, you must comply with the requirements of the local government. But please remember that you're taking guests, and the security of a guest are the utmost importance.
The guest house operators claim they face closure at the end of the month as they are unable to comply with restrictive and costly requirements imposed by the Penang Island City Council. In world news, China launched its longest manned space mission on Monday, sending 2 astronauts into orbit to spend a month in a space laboratory. The launching of Shenzhou 11 from the Gobi Desert is part of China's broader plan to have a permanent manned space station in service around 2022. A speed dating company in Japan has enforced strict mask-only rules. Why? Well, not for hygiene reasons. It's so participants won't be swayed by superficial first impressions.
このイベントに来るってことは内面を探したいっていう人がまず集まってるっていうところで、なんかまず自信になるというか、外見で排除されないなっていうところがでちょっと前に出れるっていうのはあるかもしれないですね。はい。
The company says hiding what participants look like helps them concentrate on actually getting to know their date's personality. Love was also in the air in Tokyo's Kagurazaka neighborhood on Sunday, with Japan's passion for cats and cosplay coming together for the annual Bakeneko Festival. Bakaneko means ghostly cats and is a common feature of Japanese folklore.
はい、神楽坂一応猫の町ということで知られている町で、ハロウィンが近いので秋のお祭りとハロウィンと猫の町というのをかけて猫の仮装行列というのをやっています。
The annual festival comes 2 weeks before Halloween, giving cat lovers an excuse to break out their costumes early. Zelia Banks has proved that she really is the party guest from hell. On Saturday night in Los Angeles, she was Wu-Tang Clan rapper RZA's +1 to a get-together at Russell Crowe's hotel room. According to witnesses, trouble started when Banks was her usual snarky self and laughed at the Academy Award winner's music selection and slammed guests for being boring white men. Banks then became violent and threatened to stab guests. By then, Crowe had enough of her shenanigans, carried Banks out of the room and called hotel security.
And that's why you never invite a Zelia Banks to a party. On that note, thanks for watching. Have an awesome night.